Alright, before we start the video, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my sponsors right here, MeUndies. If you ever have like a uncomfortable underwear, this is what you gotta upgrade to. MeUndies, we're fresh. Okay. Hello, this is Behind the Microphone with the artists who make music, and joining me today is Baldemar.
Hello.
So recently he put out an EP called Front Porch of Doom.
Extended play called Front Porch Doom. All home recorded, mostly in my room. Some of it in my sister's car for dead audio.
Oh really?
Yeah, actually. For some of the vocal lines, I decided I didn't want to record in my room simply because it was too late at night to be singing in my house, like with my family and stuff. So I would just go out like in the middle of the night. And of course, my mom thinks I'm up to no good, just smoking weed outside. But really, I'm recording a rock and roll record.
That's really cool. Is there anything that you want to talk about on the CD or like your projects in general?
Well, Front Porch Doom was a really fun project to do because it was one of like the first like things for me to like actually solidify like myself as like an artist. And like now that I've done that, like I feel like I'm kind of like ready to embark on like more I guess I would say ambitious projects. Like I definitely like for next release, I want to do like twice the amount of songs. There's gonna be like some like re-recordings of old songs that you can find on my SoundCloud, and then there's gonna be like new stuff. And for this one, I mostly used electronic beats, and I'm hoping to kind of incorporate more like live drum beats in there for the next one.
Yeah, I was listening to the very first track. Was like that was the first one I seen from you.
Yes.
And like that guitar in the opening is like pretty sweet. Like
yeah.
Were there any like influences that like brought the like not that guitar theme but brought the general style or feel?
Actually, yeah. So my dad is a big fan of this country artist Johnny Lee, and I pretty much just heard that song. It's like a sad country song called "Looking for Love." I heard that song and I decided I kind of wanted to like write like a pop tune. It's kind of like based off that song, like with like a not with a similar like guitar line, but just with a similar like groove and feel. And I wrote "Felon Green" pretty much based off of that. And yeah, "Felon Green" is in a way it's like a romantic song about weed because it's about like it essentially like the line that I gave it was it's when your vice doesn't feel nice anymore. So it's almost like when you kind of get bored with something and you're kind of just there like what's the point of smoking weed if it's just if it feels like the same experience each time. It's like there comes a point where it's like you gotta do something else. And I'm not saying do harder drugs.
Yeah.
I'm saying you just gotta break away from like just activities that just aren't really progressing you.
So I saw your music video. I'll go ahead and put that in the description. I'll probably prop it up like right up here. When you made that video, what was like your idea? It was just walk around and chill?
Well, yeah, essentially what happened was I like to take pictures. I go to Walgreens a lot to turn in my film rolls that I buy from the disposable cameras. And this was like right before Halloween, so they had like a bunch of like clearance stuff. And one thing I saw was like a political mask of Obama, and it had like the biggest cheese on it like ever. Like if you see the mask and you see the video, you'll see that like that smile just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And I thought, with the idea of what the song is about and this mask, I could definitely like use it. And so yeah,
that's a pretty cool video. You just like walk around like with a guitar?
Yeah, I mean, cause me and my friend Nathaniel's the one that shot it. We kind of felt like embarrassed for me to just kind of like just dance like all like funny like in front of people, and so like the mask was kind of like, I guess it was the only way the video would have been possible.
Is that when like the moment clicked like we got to use this?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, because then I have no problem, like dancing in public, at a public park, with a mask on, because nobody knows it's me.
Yeah. Did you edit the video yourself?
That the editing for Felon Green was like a mix of me and my friend Gallian, because originally we were hoping to like edit like on like a more professional like editing program like Premiere, but we ended up having to just jump down to like iMovie, which is okay, because for music videos it's really just lining up footage.
Yeah.
And maybe some basic color correcting, which I took care of, and then Guyon he mostly took care of the sequencing of it, and it was a pretty easy it was pretty easy to put it together, because like I said, it's also an easy shoot. It was just literally just me dancing around, like with my guitar and bass, just in public, wearing a mask, and it came out together surprisingly, and yeah.
So like were you just like did you already have these songs written, or were you like planning to put them all into like a CD?
Yeah. So Felon Green and Front Porch Doom were like two of the songs that I put out before I released this. Like Felon Green was put out like 2 months before Front Porch Doom came out, which was just this past November 11th. And most of the material is actually material that I had been like working on like for a while. It's just that I had like never like finalized it, and I decided like the best way to like to get like a bunch of songs done within a reasonable amount of time would be to just simply give myself a deadline and then work towards it. And then that's what I ended up doing. I had 2 songs already, and I just decided I would just do 3 more, maybe 4, and put it in a CD and call it an EP, and that's exactly what happened.
So how about you walk us through the songs on the EP you got right there?
Well, Front Porch Doom is compiled of 5 songs: Felon Green, Slow Down, Intermission, Depressed Jim Carrey, and Front Porch Doom. Besides Felon Green, I would say Depressed Jim Carrey has a pretty good solid story behind it. One, because it's actually about like one of my favorite movies ever. It's a psychological drama called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, starring Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. And if you ever watch that movie, you already know that it's a good movie, and that I just feel like it's really honest, about like most relationships and how they can be. And so after watching that movie, I just decided that I don't really know I'm good with that. But
Does it have that special track on there too?
oh, that one, there's actually a bonus track to the EP, but the bonus track is only available on Bandcamp.
On Bandcamp.
So you'd have to like download it, and it's for free. I'm not charging anybody for my music just yet, but I feel once I get better and once I feel more confident, I'll definitely put out some more that'll probably have to pay for.
Alright.
Because the first one's free.
Yeah, if I were you, I'd probably put like the second one with the price, because I'd pay for more. I'd pay for more.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so like I'll put a link to the Bandcamp one too, because that's one you don't want to miss out on. It's like a pretty good secret track right there.
Sweet.
So you've already played like a show or two?
Oh,
or
yeah.
Just one so far.
Well, this past weekend, me and my band, Ope Ghost, we played at the Crova last Sunday. It was for a food drive. And then we also played Saturday. We played at Ventura. That was actually a gig that we got to organize. It was pretty fun. We had a 16 Olympus, another side project of mine with Raynna Rivera. She's like an R&B vocalist.
That's pretty cool.
We usually try to do like like chill pop or just more pop oriented stuff with her. But yeah, it's been fun.
So you had an event for your EP release. How did that go?
It went good. Honestly, I was late to it. I was 30 minutes, or not 30 minutes late. I was like a good hour late. I got there 30 minutes before my band performed. And well, essentially the reason why I was late was because I was actually just hustling to print out a bunch of these CDs. I was supposed to have 100 ready. I only got up to number 18 by the time it was 11 o'clock. And it was okay, because I knew people were just glad that that I actually came through and didn't just not show up.
Were you the first act? Like was it you performing the entire thing, or was it like other acts coming up too?
No, actually no. We invited I personally invited most of the acts that played that evening. I invited garage punk band Peach Pits. We also had Identity Crisis. And then we had a good friend of mine, Abel, and his project called What the City Bears. And then after that, it was me. We were also supposed to have a couple other acts, but we weren't too sure what happened with them. But it was okay. It was a good turnout. We played at J&O's Cantina, which unfortunately isn't going to be around anymore. I think it's become a sports bar or something. I'm not too sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I've seen around going downtown. Seems like a pretty nice place.
Yeah. Good for the open mics. I think they're still going to have the open mics. I hope so.
That's good. You went to Bubblehead a lot, right?
Yes. I love Bubblehead.
For there's a place called Bubblehead. It was like this really relaxing hookah bar, like a boba tea place, and not out of nowhere, but the guy who owned it, he just kind of did he just sell it or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know what happened.
Like it had like great events and stuff, first Fridays, things like that. So, what are some places where we can find your music?
Well, you can easily find most of my music on SoundCloud. I have a single track mix of the whole album available on SoundCloud, and then along with it's just different single tracks that I've released over the past few years. And then I also just made a Bandcamp just to release it, and then you can download it there. And if you actually download the album on Bandcamp, you get a free bonus track, but then again the whole album's free.
Yeah.
You can find it on YouTube, and then you can also add me on MySpace, and that's about it. And if you want a copy, then you can just contact me, and I can take it to you, or you can also just pick one up at any Ope Ghost show in San Antonio.
All right. Okay, everybody. That's been Behind the Mic with the artists who play music or make music, and this has been your host Faceache alongside Baldemar. All right, check out his EP. If you watch this, thank you. I'd like to thank what do you call this building?
What's it called? Gene Longwood building.
I like to thank the Jane Longwin building at SAC San Antonio College in Texas for hosting the show. I will not be doing any more interviews here in the near future, I don't think. But if I do, that'd be pretty cool. All right, so thank you. Have a good day. God bless you.